Doug Mouton, Brooke Kirchhofer, LSU has just dropped in heartbreaking fashion Brian Kelly's debut. What's the first thing you're going to take from this game going forward?
I would say it's offensive line play. As we knew, Garrett Dellinger, the starting center, was his first year starting at the position, transitioning from guard, and it really showed in the center quarterback exchange, that being an issue. And I think that kept LSU behind the chains and not able to get into a rhythm from the start. We saw Jane Daniels running more than he should have. Of course, we know that he is a dual threat quarterback, but I think we saw way too much of it to start.
Well, I will say I saw what I thought was great progress from Daniels in this game. LSU had 119 offensive yards in the first half. They weren't good, and you could see, you're right, Daniels looked to run too quickly. In the second half, it was different. They ran with more tempo, more pace. He found his wide receivers, and a bunch of them, a bunch of times. They had 229 in the second half. Second half was significantly better. Look, I know it's not the result LSU fans want. And I hate to say it this way, LSU wasn't going to win a national championship this season no matter what. Like, this was a year of growth. They were going to have to get better and learn Brian Kelly. And I saw this team get significantly better in the course of one game. No, it doesn't help. You still lost, but there was improvement during the game.
Yeah, and I needed to see somebody step up and be a leader on this team, and we saw that toward the end of the game. This group kind of molded together. It was a separated group all the way into the third quarter. We saw some wide receivers kind of not into this game, guys sulking, putting their head down on the sideline. That's not what you need when you have a new coaching staff, a new quarterback. You need somebody to rally the troops. I know Mason Smith was out with an injury. He's one of those guys that's a vocal leader. Even B.J. Ojolari a little bit banged up. But you have to step up in these moments. And this is what's going to make championship teams is stepping up late in games.
Yeah, it's a shame that it turned out the way it did. It would have been fun to see this game go to overtime. I thought the secondary had a lot of issues. They got to figure out how to cover people better. I thought the pass rush was good, but the secondary, which has been an Achilles heel the last couple of years, is going to have to be better going forward. But look, I saw bright spots for LSU, and I think there's reasons to think this team can be pretty good this year. And you see things, when you see growth, that's what you want, and we saw it in the game.
And look, it is a new kicker. I know that's a tough situation to end the game that way with a blocked kick, and I believe he had a blocked field goal at some point in the game as well. That's a learning for him too, and I know LSU fans want to see it just all come together week one. But again, this is a new squad, and at least we saw a shift in the second half. If we didn't see that, this might be a long season for LSU if we didn't see them respond the way that they did.
I would agree. First half was rough. Now, LSU will get Southern, and then the next big test is going to be Mississippi State. And we'll see if what was learned in the second half can be applied going forward. For Brooke Kirchhofer, from Doug Mouton, LSU drops the season opener in heartbreaking fashion.